the last class we discussed the different layers of atmosphere, right? What are the different layers? First one. What is the first one? Like, let's take this one. What is the first one? Troposphere. Then layers. Stratosphere. Then mesosphere. Then thermosphere. See. Okay. What is this layer? What is this layer? This layer, thermosphere. Consider, this is a temperature. Room temperature 35 degrees Celsius. And 30, 25, 15, 10, 0. Minus 5, minus 50, minus 25. So, this one. Minus 35. Okay. What is the temperature of atmosphere in thermosphere normally? Or in troposphere, not in thermosphere? Room temperature, right? Room temperature. Your ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು temperature ಇದೆ ಅದೇ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ temperature ಅಲ್ವಾ? What is the room temperature of this area's troposphere? ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ? 29, 30, 20, 25 to 35 average ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Is this the same for everywhere? No. In equator, what will be the temperature? 0. Why 0 in equator? See, consider 30 degrees Celsius, a room temperature of this area. When altitude increases, what happens to temperature? When we move higher and higher, what happens to temperature? Temperature increases or decreases within the troposphere? Within troposphere, when we move above and above, what happens to temperature? When we move out higher altitudes, what happens to temperature within the troposphere? In the first class, what we discussed, first geography class. Within troposphere, there is a convection. Convection means when we move higher altitude, temperature increases. If temperature decreases, then that is called convection. If we move higher, if temperature decreases, then we call that as a convection. If temperature increases, then we call that as a conduction. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಬಕೆಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾತ್ರೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ನೀರು ಬಿಸಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ನೀರು ಬಿಸಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಲೋವರ್ ಆಲ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Lower altitude means base of that vessel heat ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ heat ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ cold ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So when we move higher altitude, temperature decreases. So that ಪಾತ್ರೆ, that vessel is convection example ಹೇಳಿದೆ. And that bucket ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ coil ಆಗ್ತಿರೋವಾಗ that is conduction example ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಹೇಗೆ? When we move higher, if temperature increases, then that is conduction ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So within troposphere convection, that means what? When we go higher and higher altitudes, the temperature got decreases. Means this is the temperature, right? Like this or like this. ಈಗ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾ? Temperature decreases means ಹೀಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So what is this? What is this area? Tropopause. After tropopause, what happens? Temperature layer there, right? Ozone layer is that observe ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. So observe ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿದ್ರೆ the layer near to ozone also becomes high. The layers, the water, the air layers near to ozone is hot because ozone layer is hot. Ozone layer absorb the sunlight, alva. So again, most like this. Not left side, right side means temperature again increases, right? Increase. Is it more than this? ಕೆಳಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ increase ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? No. Yes. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. That doesn't mean ನಮ್ಮ ರೂಮ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ. Comparatively ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. That means it will go down. ಅಲ್ವಾ? After that what happens? After this is the ozone layer, right? After ozone layer, when we move away from the ozone layer, temperature increases or decreases? Temperature decreases means again left over and then we will reach out, right? Again when we move above higher altitude, then again increases like this, right? So if UPSC question is like, which is the coldest layer of atmosphere? What is the coldest layer of atmosphere? Coldest layer of look at the diagram and tell. What is the coldest layer of atmosphere? Okay, what is the hottest layer? Earth surface, right? This is the hottest layer, 30 degrees Celsius. If it is the coldest means, no, it is not less than minus 10 degree. It is not the coldest. It is the coldest layer, right? Because maybe 30 degree, minus 30 degrees Celsius, right? What is this layer? Mesopause. So we can come to a conclusion. Mesopause is the coldest layer of the atmosphere. Understood this? Have you understand? Have you understood? See, from the Earth's surface, normally we will witness wrong temperature. When we move above, more higher altitudes, temperature decreases in the troposphere. Temperature decreases to the extent of tropopause. After tropopause, again we continue our travel. Then temperature will be increase because there is a conduction in the stratosphere and there is a ozone. And at the ozone layer, somewhat temperature is more. That doesn't mean it is more than our room temperature because somewhat more, comparatively more. That means ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ rising slight ಆಗಿದೆ. After ozone layer, again temperature will decrease and decrease and it will reach towards very minimum at mesopause. It reaches very minimum temperature here, mesopause. So coldest layer of the atmosphere is mesopause. The coldest layers of the atmosphere is mesopause. Normally ozone alli around 10 degrees Celsius iralla inno kammi irutte, 0 degree Celsius alla. Then also we call it as a hot because comparatively hotter than stratopause. Sorry, tropopause. Tropopause kinta hot iruttalla. That's why we call it as comparatively hot. Okay, this is what. Then which is the hottest layer? Surface of the earth. Here. Take a note. What is radiation? Normally, hotter the object, heat object or hotter object radiates heat to its surroundings, right? Heat ಆಗಿರೋ object ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದರ heat ಅನ್ನ surrounding region ಗೆ radiate ಮಾಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. So this is called radiation. Same sunನಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟೇ solar radiation. Sun is a hotter object. It radiates its heat energy outside, right? So take a definition of radiation. Every hot object radiates its heat to the surrounding. See, when hotter is the object, shorter is the wavelength. You know this? I'll show you. Can you do this? This is done. That's done. This is done. When hotter is the object, shorter is the wavelength. When the object is cooler, the radiation wavelength is longer. and it radiates its heat here. When we look at sun, near the sun, the sun rays are very hot. So the radiation is very high. When the hotter is the object, shorter is the wavelength. I told you. Shorter wavelength ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Like the wavelength is the distance between two drops are ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದರ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, this is the wavelength. Shorter is the wavelength means ತುಂಬಾ thick-ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Longer is the wavelength ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ, right? Longer. So this is for the colder object. When the hotter is the object, shorter is the wavelength. When the object is colder, comparatively wavelength of the radiation which is coming out of that object is lengther wavelength. Right? Okay. This is all. Different particles have different properties with respect to absorption and reflection. You know this light colored object reflects more, dark colored objects absorbs more. Summer dark clouds or black clouds are because it absorbs the heat radiations. So lighter the object reflects the more. If the object is lighter, means light color. Lighter not in terms of weight. Lighter means in terms of color. White colored object or light colored object, it reflects the sun rays. And dark colored object, it absorbs the sun rays. Right? Dark colored objects, it absorbs the sun rays. It absorbs more. And the reflection of sunlight is called albedo. See, light colored object reflects sun rays. I told you that reflection is called albedo. Like if sun rays falls on this is considered this is a surface and light colored surface, it reflects its radiation. This reflection is called albedo. This reflection is called albedo. Okay, if the dark colored object, the reflection is there, albedo is there, but the albedo is less minimum in the dark colored object. In the light colored object, there is some absorption, but compared to absorption, reflection is more. That reflection is called albedo. Something reflecting, reflection of sunlight is called albedo. Okay. What is greenhouse gas? Greenhouse gas ಅಂದ್ರೆ gases. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜೋರಾಗಿ. Depletes. Okay, that is one of the characteristics of the greenhouse gases. What is greenhouse gas actually? Greenhouse gases are nothing but normal gases only, but it acts as a transparent, or it allows the heat radiation to come inside the atmosphere, but it acts as a barrier for the heat radiation to go out. So one side it acts as a one side entry. Greenhouse gases are nothing but they are transparent to solar radiation. They are transparent to solar radiation which is coming into the atmosphere. And they absorb the solar radiation which is moving out of the atmosphere. Solar radiation, I mean Earth's radiation, they absorb the Earth radiation which is moving out of the atmosphere. So what happens? It acts as a transparent when solar radiation is percolating into the atmosphere, and it acts as a barrier, or it absorbs the Earth's radiation which is moving out of the atmosphere. That means what happens? The heat of the atmosphere going to increases, right? So because of the greenhouse gas, atmospheric heat got increases. ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ವಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್. We call it as a global warming. Because of greenhouse gases, we observe global warming. And because of global warming, we get to see Glacial melts. What is glacial melts? What is glacier is? Glacier is nothing but the ice mountains. In India, in Himalayan region, we witness ice mountains. That is called glaciers. And these glaciers, when there is a global warming, the glaciers used to melt. When they melt, what happens to ocean water? Ocean water increases. Ocean water level going to increases. When ocean water level going to increases, what happens to the cities which is next to the ocean? It's not flood. Ocean in the flood agutte normally ocean, the river in the flood agutte. So it may submerge alva. Submerge. If you look at Mumbai, Mumbai is what? Sea bank Mumbai, very next to the ocean, very next to the sea. Not ocean. What is the difference between ocean and sea? Ocean is in a large scale. I mean, sea means next to the continent. Bay of Bengal is a sea. Arabian Sea is a sea. Indian Ocean means there is no continent. Wide. Ocean means there is a continent. Next to the continent we call it a sea. Ocean means wide. There is no continent. So, this ocean water rise or sea level rise starts from here, greenhouse gases. When the greenhouse gases number increases in the atmosphere or the quantity of greenhouse gas increases in the atmosphere, so the action is transferred to the solar insolation or solar radiation which percolates or the heat which percolates into the atmosphere, and they act as a barrier by absorbing the solar radiation which is moving out of the atmosphere. That is called Earth's radiation. Atmosphere is the radiation, Earth's radiation, because it starts from Earth, right? It acts as, the surface of the Earth acts as albedo. From the albedo it starts, right? That's why we call it as the Earth's radiation. And it absorbs the Earth's radiation so that atmospheric temperature will increase. Because of this atmospheric temperature, we witness global warming. Global warming, glacial melt. Glacial melt to ocean water or sea level rise. So that submerge of the coastal cities. These are the different cycles. Take reading as a heat budget of Earth. Heat budget. Like economy, every country following budget rate. Every country and every state also. Within India, every state also. They are following their own state budgets. Like that in the atmosphere, there is a heat budget. Heat budget. See, consider this as Earth and Sun and solar insolation. 100% solar insolation Earth. And albedo of the Earth is 35%. Albedo means what? Reflecting and moving out of the atmosphere. Albedo. This is the albedo. Albedo of the Earth is 35%. Albedo of the Earth is 35%. And the total solar radiation observed by Earth, observed by atmosphere, not Earth. See, this is the atmosphere, right? This is the Earth, this is the atmosphere. The solar radiation observed by atmosphere. The solar radiation observed by atmosphere is 14%. 14%. What is this 14%? Solar radiation, not Earth radiation. Solar radiation observed means while it percolating, it absorbs. Some of the solar radiations are absorbed by the atmosphere. It's atmospheric gases. That is 14%. And Earth radiation observed by atmosphere is 35%. The albedo is no atmosphere observed. This is the Earth radiation. This albedo is the Earth radiation. This is 35%. The albedo or the Earth radiation which is observed by the atmosphere is 35%. 35% means total how much? What is this 14%? Observed by atmosphere. And what is this 35%? Earth radiation observed by atmosphere. Then total radiation observed by atmosphere 35 plus 14 means 49%, right? Right? See, here I want you to know the radiation which is observed by atmosphere when compared to solar radiation. Earth radiations are more observed by the atmosphere. Normal concept nಮಗೆ atmosphere solar radiation ಜಾಸ್ತಿ observe ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. No, only 14% of the radiations are observed by the atmosphere, but 35% of the earth radiations are observed by the atmosphere. Means if we compare to solar radiation and earth's radiation, the quantity is more in earth radiation. Means the solar atmosphere heat is because of earth radiation, less because of solar radiation, more because of earth radiation. This you must know. 35% because of earth radiation, 14% because of solar radiation. This must be known. This is quite important. Too important. Okay. Take heading normal lapse rate. What is lapse? Something lapsing means what? Something reducing itself. Then what is normal lapse rate? With respect to temperature, it is normal lapse rate minus 6.5 degrees Celsius. Decrease in temperature means what is normal lapse rate? What happens to temperature within troposphere when we travel from Earth to higher altitudes? Temperature increases or decreases within troposphere. Within troposphere, when we move from Earth's surface to higher altitude, what happens to temperature? When we move from Earth's surface to higher altitude, temperature decreases or increases? Earth's surface to tropopause, we are moving higher altitudes. What happens? Temperature decreases, right? At what rate it decreases? At what rate it decreases? 1 kilometer, 6.5 degrees Celsius. That is called normal lapsing rate. Within troposphere, outside troposphere, the game is different. Earth to tropopause, within troposphere. With increasing height, temperature decreases at 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. This is called normal lapsing rate. With increasing height within troposphere, temperature decreases at 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. This is called normal lapsing rate. Normal lapsing rate. Why? What is the reason? Why there is high temperature near Earth's surface and the temperature going to decrease when we move higher altitude? What is the reason? What is the reason for temperature decrease in higher altitudes? Near Earth, what happens? Near Earth, because of the gravity, there is high particulate matter condenses near the Earth, right? What is the particle matters? Air particles. Air particles condenses near the Earth because of the gravity. So when there is higher amount of water, air particle near the surface means higher amount of heat which observed near the surface. If there is a higher amount of gas particles near the Earth's surface means higher amount of heat which observed by that gas particle near the surface. That means near the surface high temperature. When we move above, less temperature within the troposphere. This is the reason. Take note. That is the reason. Density of the particle more closer to Earth. When we move higher altitude, density of the particle decreases. Higher altitude within troposphere also there are some air particle, but the density of the air particle decreases. But near the surface of the Earth, the density is high because of gravity. When the density is high, to become heat, there must be some surfaces, right? This what? Air particle acts as a surface. This air particle acts as a surface and that going to heat. This is one. And what is another reason? Another reason why in a lower altitude we get higher temperature within troposphere and higher altitude we get lower temperature within troposphere. What is another reason? What is the main source of atmosphere within troposphere? Heat. What is the main source of heat for the atmosphere within troposphere? Is that solar radiation or earth radiation? What is the main source of heat? 14% and 35%. 14% is solar radiation, 35% is earth radiation. That means for the atmosphere heat, earth radiation is the main source. So something which is near to earth is heater, something which is away from the earth is colder. That is another reason for having higher heat or high temperature near the earth or low temperature near the higher altitude. And what is another reason? Most of the water vapor present where? In lower atmosphere, right? In the lower atmosphere. That means what? Most of the water vapor present in the lower atmosphere which absorbs both solar and terrestrial radiation. When it absorbs both solar and terrestrial radiation, that will heat up the surrounding air. So water vapor acts as a surface for the absorption that will absorb both solar and earth radiation. Because of that, and water vapor means that is near the surface only. Because of that, near the surface or lower altitude, there is a high temperature compared to higher altitude. These are the different reasons. The main cell is elaborated. What is the first reason? Water particle denser here and less denser may be more higher altitude. Sorry, air particle, not water particle, air particle. Second reason, heat source. Earth radiation is the main source of heat for the atmosphere. So near to Earth surface is heater, away from the Earth surface is colder. And third reason is water vapor. Water vapor normally near to Earth. So near to Earth, water vapor acts as an absorber, surface for the both solar and Earth radiation. So the area which is near the surface is hotter and away from the surface is colder. These are the three reasons. And take heating as a diurnal range of temperature. Diurnal range of temperature. What is diurnal range of temperature? Diurnal range of temperature. Diurnal range of temperature. That is nothing but maximum and minimum temperature. The difference between maximum and minimum temperature within a day. The difference between maximum and minimum temperature within a day. Diurnal range of temperature means difference between maximum and minimum temperature within a day. What is the time period or what is the time of maximum temperature within a day? ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? Time, time. At what hour? 12. What happens to 1, 2? See, 12 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸನ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ ಹೌದು, ಅವಾಗ ಹೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ 1 ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೀಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಜಾಸ್ತಿನೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೋಲಾರ್ ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ 2 ಗೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ 2 o'clock afternoon, it is the maximum temperature time. 2 o'clock. So 2 to 4 p.m. is the maximum temperature. 2 to 4 p.m. is the maximum temperature on the earth. And what is the minimum temperature? What is the time for the minimum temperature? Instead of night, you can can say just before sunrise. Just before sunrise. The time just before sunrise is the very cold time or less temperature within a day. Yeah, in a single space. ಆ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ 2 to 4 ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 to 4 ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಸೇಮ್ 2 to 4 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್. 2 to 4 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆನೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 to 4, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್. And if you look at different altitudes, latitude, not altitude. These are the latitudes and these are the longitudes. I consider this as a 0 degree latitude. On which latitude normally temperature is high or maximum temperature? Normally on which latitude? On this is equator. 0 degree means equator, right? This is equator. This is pole. This is also pole. On which altitude? Latitude? No. See, on equator, sunlight percolates directly. Straight ಆಗಿ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. There is no crossover. Direct ಆಗಿ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. Then also 20 degree north experiences higher temperature. 20 degree north experiences higher temperature than equator. Reason? Yes, there is a direct sunfall. The question is like sunrises percolation is more in which latitude? 0 degree Celsius, on equator only. Okay, but heat or maximum temperature is not on the equator, because on the equator, because of solar insolation, again albedo is there. Because of this albedo and solar insolation, and the equator runs around oceans. In so many areas, it is an ocean, not a continent. Yes, there are some continents, but in so many areas, it is an ocean. That means what? Water absorbs from the ocean. When water absorbs from the ocean, along with water vapors agutte. Water absorption agutte means water vapor condenses to form what? Cloud. Again rainfall. So on the equator experiences everyday rainfall. Equator 4 o'clock rainfall anta helidra. 4 o'clock rainfall, everyday rainfall anta helidra. So on equator rainfall is more. Because of rainfall will not be maximum temperature. In the northern hemisphere, the continent is more, ocean is this. That's why when the continent is more means comparatively less cloud. ಭೂಮಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ನೀರಿಗಿಂತ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವಾಟರ್ ವೇಪರ್ ಆವಿಯಾಗೋದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ. ಸದರ್ನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 20 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, 20 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೌತ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ವೈ ಸೌತ್ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ? ಸೌತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಇದೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ವೇಪರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್ ಅದೇ ತರ ಸುಮಾರು ಕಡೆ ಸಮುದ್ರ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಗೇನ್ ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸಿಲಿದೆ ಬಟ್ ಮಳೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಸೊ ನಾಟ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ equator, not on the southern side, 20 degree north is highest temperature. 20 degree north is highest temperature, but not on the equator. This example ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ equator ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, but not on the equator. Okay, this is all. Take heading land and water. For land and water. Consider this as the land and this is the water. See, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೀಗೆ, ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಫುಲ್ ಬಿಸಿಲು ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಸಂಜೆ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗೇನ್ ತಂಪಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಕೆರೆ ಇದೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಪಕ್ಕ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಜಾಗ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಜಾಗ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವ, ನೆಲ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವ, ನೆಲ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ನೀರು ಮುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಬಿಸಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್? ಈ ಸನ್ ರೇಸಸ್ ಬಿಸಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ನೆಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿರೋ ಸನ್ ರೇಸಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಡೌನ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 1 inches or 2 inches. ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೀಳೋ ಸನ್ ರೇಸಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿರೋ ಸನ್ ರೇಸಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇನ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಬಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ತಗೊಂಡು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಣ್ಣು ತಗೊಂಡು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ? ಯಾವ ಬಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಿದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ ಬಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮರಳಿದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಫೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಸನ್ ರೇಸಸ್ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಸನ್ ರೇಸಸ್ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಗಡೆ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಲಗಡೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಇದೆ. ವಿದಿನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಸನ್ ರೇಸಸ್ ಪರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಮೋರ್ and within continent, on the continent sun ರೇಸಸ್ percolate very less. So less surfaces experiences more solar radiation. Less surfaces experiences more solar radiation. That's why continent heats fast and cools fast, right? Continent heats fast as well as cools fast. Water body heats slowly and cools also slowly. Why heats slowly? Because the surface area is more. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕೆಳಗಿಂದ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಬಿಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೇಲ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಳಗೂ ಬಿಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. The surface area is more. On the continent, what is the surface area? Only 1 inch. ಅದರಿಂದ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಅಥವಾ not even 1 inch, 0.5 inch. ಅದರಿಂದ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಹೀಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ವಾಟರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಮಣ್ಣು ಬಿಸಿಯಾಗಿದೆ, ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಹೊತ್ತು ಮಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೀಗೆ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅದ್ರ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಿಸಿಯಾಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಿಸಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಿಸಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಸೋಲಾರ್ ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಷನ್ ಪರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟೆಡ್ below the water. I mean inside water also. Here on the continent there is no solar insulation percolation. That means what? Land heats quick and cool down quick. Water heats slowly as well as cool down slowly. This goes like that. And specific heat required to increase 1 degree temperature of land is less compared to 1 degree temperature of water. Yes or no? Specific heat means number of heat or the heat races or sun races. Specific heat requires, specific means one amount of heat requires to increase 1 degree Celsius amount of land, 1 degree Celsius heat of land. Specific heat requires to increase 1 degree Celsius heat of land is less compared to specific heat requires to increase 1 degree Celsius of heat of water. Means ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಇಲ್ಲೂ 10 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ 10 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದನ್ನು 11 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇದನ್ನು 11 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದನ್ನು 11 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೋಲಾರ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಸಾಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನು 11 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸೋಲಾರ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಸ್ ಸರ್? ನೋ. ವೈ ನೋ? That's why it takes less time to heat the land because surface area is less. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಏರಿಯಾ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಇದು ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ತ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ತ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಫಾರ್ ಹೀಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವಾಟರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಬಟ್ ಬಿಲೋ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸನ್ ರೇಸ್ ಪರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ಸ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಲೋ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್. That's why it heats quickly. Here it heats slowly as well as cool down slowly, right? That means what? This requires high temperature, this requires less temperature. Yes or no? Yes. Sand, same thing. Consider summer day means sun, powerful sun rays ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. and this is the land, and this is the water. Which heats faster? Which heats faster? Land or water? Land means soil heats faster, alva. So high temperature compared to water, land receives or land gets high temperature compared to water means less temperature. And what is the formula? High temperature is equal to low pressure, low temperature is equal to high pressure. This is the formula we discussed in our earlier classes. Means when there is a high temperature, there is a low pressure. When there is a low temperature, there is a high pressure. Yes or no? Can I say this? Say like this. When there is a high temperature and there is obviously low pressure. When there is a low temperature, obviously pressure. Reason we discussed in earlier classes. Yes or no? And why it is high temperature? Because it is a summer. ಬಿಸಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಿಗಿಂತ ನೆಲ ಬೇಗ ಬಿಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕಂಪೇರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಕಂಪೇರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್, ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕಂಪೇರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಹೋ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಕಂಪೇರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ than this. That's it. So can you say wind always blow from high pressure to low pressure? Wind always blow from. This is what I discussed. Wind always blow from high pressure to low pressure. ಈ ಬಲೂನ್ ಬಸ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ವಿಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಸಡನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಟೈರ್ ಬಸ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಸಡನ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. when it releases, bust means release ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. That means wind always blow from high pressure to low pressure. That means what? Where is high pressure? Here high pressure, right? Here low pressure. Means in the consider this is a sea and this is a land. This is called sea breeze. Sea breeze. The name which we give on the basis of where the wind arises, where the wind comes from. Wind blowing from sea to land are called sea breezes. Right? Consider night time. Or this or consider night. Night means no sun, moon. Then ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಲದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಪಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಬಿಸಿಯೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನು ನೆಲ ತಣ್ಣಗಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೀಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ಲಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಹೀಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ. ವೈ ವಾಟರ್ ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ? ಯಾಕೆ ನೀರು ಬೇಗ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Because surface area itself is more. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಫಿನಿಶ್, ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಇಷ್ಟು ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಹೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ when there is a moon or when there is a night which is hotter comparatively or which is colder, which is very colder comparatively, when there is a moon which is colder, low temperature ಅಲ್ಲಿ land, right? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? low temperature because it heats quickly, land heats quickly or land cools quickly. When there is a moon, when there is a night, land ಬೇಗ cool ಆಗುತ್ತೆ compared to water, means low temperature. Here comparatively low temperature means here high temperature comparatively. ನೀರಿನ್ನು ಬಿಸಿನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? And low temperature is equal to high pressure, high temperature is equal to low pressure, and wind always blow from high pressure to low pressure. This is called what? Land breeze. Exactly, because the name which we given from where it is blowing, land breeze. That's it. What is land breeze or sea breeze? With diagram. In the land breeze, the wind is moving from land to ocean, right? Or land to sea, right? So it is onshore or offshore? Onshore means what? Onshore, on land, from the ocean to land means sea breeze are called onshores. Onshore breezes are onshore winds, and land breezes are called offshore. Sea breezes are called onshore. Onshore means dada. Onshore, dada ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. And land breezes are called offshore means offshore petroleum extraction ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ಸಮುದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲಿಯಂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಫ್ಶೋರ್ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲಿಯಂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಪರ್ಷಿಯನ್ ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಆಫ್ಶೋರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಆನ್ಶೋರ್ ಲೆಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಓಕೆ. ಸೇಮ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. What is mountain? Western Ghat, Eastern Ghat means something higher area, like this one. Consider this is one mountain, like Western Ghat. Okay, this is normal land, and there is someone. Someone means sun, hot. When there is someone, the land near to the sun heats quickly. This is also land, there is no water here. This is also land and this is also land. Land which is near to the sun heats quickly, right? Here quicker heat agutalla. See, high temperature. Here comparatively low temperature, right? Yes or no? Consider this is Western Ghat. Illiro district ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ illiro ಊರುಗಳು ಬೇಗ heat ಆಗುತ್ತೆ because it is near to the sun. When there is high temperature, it is comparatively low temperature here. And high temperature is always associated with low pressure. Yes or no? And low temperature associated with high pressure. And wind always move from high pressure to low pressure. If wind moves like this, then that is called valley breeze. Means valley in the ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. This is mountain, right? This is mountain. Mountain. This is valley. Valley means like Honda, downside. This is valley, and this is mountain, upper hills. So from valley to mountain, so valley breeze. Okay. Valley to mountain, valley breeze. Or can I press? Same thing. It is night. Consider this as a night. Means moon. And same hill. Land. And moon means the area which is near to moon is colder, means less temperature. The area which is away from the moon is high temperature. Comparatively. Low temperature always associated with high pressure. And high temperature always associated with low pressure, and wind always go from high pressure to low pressure. That means what? Mountain breeze. From where it starts, the name always associated with where it starts, not where it reaches. Mountains to valley, so mountain breeze. Mountain breeze. This is called mountain breeze. It's wind moving from the, or wind which is blowing from mountain to the valley, or called mountain breeze. Normally, within troposphere, when we move to higher altitude, what happens to temperature? What happens to temperature? Decreases. Within troposphere, when we move higher altitude, troposphere, when we move higher altitude, temperature decreases. This is the normal, here. But sometimes we observe a reversal of this process or this procedure. That is called inversion. Inversion. Take heading as inversion. This is very important for information. Normally, temperature decreases, that is the normal phenomena within the troposphere. If, because of some reasons, with increasing height, if temperature also increases, comparatively, if increasing it, if temperature increases, then there is called inversion of temperature. Inversion means ulta. Inversion of temperature. Scenario ulta is normal agi within troposphere irಬೇಕು. With increasing height, temperature must decrease. But within troposphere, sometimes with increasing height, temperature increases. Actually, that is not increasing the temperature. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ temperature ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So comparatively, that ಮೇಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದಾಗ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. Okay, that is called inversion of temperature. ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? There are three kinds of inversion of temperature. One is ground inversion, ground, and another one is upper air inversion, and another one is frontal. Front means it's a air mass, okay? Frontal inversion. Front means it's a mass of air. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ತರ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಈ ತರ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಮೇಲ್ಗಿಂತ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಯಾವ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ನೆಲದ ಹತ್ರ ಭೂಮಿ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಏರ್ ಆಲ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್, ತುಂಬಾ ಭೂಮಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಹೇಳಿ. ಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿಂಟರ್ ನೈಟ್ಸ್, ಚಳಿಗಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿಂಟರ್ ನೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಭೂಮಿ ಫುಲ್ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಭೂಮಿ ಫುಲ್ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆದ್ರೆ the atmosphere which is very near to the land also cold. No, it experiences cold. But the atmosphere which is away from the surface, it experiences little hotter. Actually, that is not a hotter, that is normal. But the atmosphere which is very near to the land become very cold. So comparatively, the higher altitude atmosphere experiences hotter comparatively, and lower altitude atmosphere which is near to the ground experiences colder comparatively. So long winter night, first reason for ground immersion. Take ground immersion as a heading. And first one is long winter night. Long winter night. Story long winter night. What is that? You wrote? Then write like when long winter night, the atmospheric surface which is very near to the land, the atmosphere which is very near to the land decreases its temperature to the less minimum. The atmosphere which is away from the land or away from the earth experiences comparatively higher temperature. Next, that is one point. Okay. In the order, consider this as a cloud. Cloud always ಯಾವ ಕಲರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ನಾರ್ಮಲ್. What is the color of cloud? White. So it reflects. What is this sunlight reflection ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು? Sunlight. What is the name for the reflection of the sunlight? Albedo. So clouds acts as an albedo for the sun rays. It's a surface for the albedo, right? And it not only becomes surface for the above, sun rays, but acts as a surface for the albedo for the earth radiations also. Like ಕೆಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋ radiation ಹೀಗೆ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಬಂದಿರೋ solar radiation ಹೇಗೆ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, like that it also reflects the earth radiation which is coming from earth. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ಬರ್ತಲ್ಲ earth radiation ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನು albedo ತರ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Acts as surface for albedo for the earth radiation. Okay, ನೀವು ಮೋಡ ಇದ್ರೆ ಶೆಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಶೆಕೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಶೆಕೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಶೆಕೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೀಟ್, ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಮಳೆಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅದು, ಶೆಕೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಶೆಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಶೆಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್? ತುಂಬಾ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಶೆಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಯಾಕೆ ಶೆಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿ, ಈ ಅರ್ತ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ, ಸೋಲಾರ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಡೇ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅರ್ಥಿಗೆ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ತ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. When there is a cloud, this cloud itself acts as a barrier for this earth radiation which is moving out of the atmosphere, and it reflects back. It reflects back. This clouds reflects back the earth radiation which is moving out of the atmosphere. Otherwise clouds ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಇಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಗೆ, ಯಾವುದು ಅರ್ತ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್. ಇವಾಗ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅರ್ತ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಹೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಹೀಟ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಶೆಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಶೆಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಶೆಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ again come to inversion. What is inversion? What is inversion? With increasing, right? If temperature increases, then that is called inversion. That is, opposite to convection, right? That is opposite. Inversion is opposite to convection. Normally, daytime ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೋಲಾರ್ ಇನ್ಸೋಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್. ನೈಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅರ್ತ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ cloudless nights, cloudless nights. When there is cloudless nights, cloud illa anta andre, then Earth's radiation is free to move out to the space, because there is no cloud barrier to reflect back to the atmosphere. The Earth's radiation, it is free to move out of the atmosphere to the space. So cloudless nights is another reason for inversion. What is inversion? With increasing rate, temperature should increase. ಈ ತರ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅರ್ತ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆದಾಗ the surface near to earth will be increase its temperature or decrease its temperature. It increases its temperature because it earth radiation which is moving out is reflecting back. So ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಂತರ heat pressure cooker ತರ ಇದು ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. cloudless nights means these earth radiations are free to move to space. They are very free. There is no reflection. There is nothing. It will not reflect and come back. So cloudless nights is another reason for the inversion. When there is a cloud means there is no inversion. Okay, that is all. And you know this. What is the characteristics of dry air? Or moist air absorbs most, or dry air absorbs most? ಯಾವುದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಹೀಟ್ ಅನ್ನ? ಮಾಯ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್. ಮಾಯ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಸ್ heat radiations more than dry air. This is third point. Okay. Moist air absorbs heat more. Moist air absorbs heat more. Consider ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ ಸೋಲಾರ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಸೋಲಾರ್ ಇನ್ಸೋಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನೈಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಅಲ್ಬಿಡೋ ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ತ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Consider there is a moist air. Moist air absorbs more heat radiation. So normal convection happens. When there is a dry air, instead of moist air, when there is a dry air will not absorb anything. It will act as a transferring for the earth radiation which is going out. So it allows earth radiation. It is block ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. Then like cloudless nights ತರ ಇದು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ. When the earth radiation moving out of the space, moving out of the atmosphere means temperature going to decreases here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಇದು ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಇದು ಹೀಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹೀಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ when it is a dry air means temperature going to decrease ಅಲ್ವಾ, because there is no heat absorption. So dry air is another reason for inversion. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? See, when there is a wet air normally absorb the heat. When there is a dry air, it will not absorb the heat. So earth radiation, which is moving out of the atmosphere, become, dry air acts as a transparent for the earth radiation. Dry air acts as a transparent means it allows the earth radiation to move out of the atmosphere. So see the over. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. When instead of dry air, assume that there is a wet air. Wet air ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it absorb ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, heat ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, temperature ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That's what. Okay. So dry air is another reason for inversion. Inversion means what? ನೆಲದ ಹತ್ರ ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಡ್ರೈ ಏರ್ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್, ಇಫ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ inversion. Okay, then like consider this as earth, this is earth surface and earth radiation ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, and this is the air, and this air is very stable. ತಂಗಾಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಇದೆ ಏರ್ ಮಾಸ್. ಅವಾಗ this earth radiation will pass out of this air masses, right? When it is a stable air, when it is a stable air, this earth radiation will move, pass out, pass through this stable air and move out to the space, and move out of the atmosphere and reaches to the space, right? When it is unstable air, like ಹೀಗೊಂದು ಏರ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, then ಹೀಗೊಂದು ಏರ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, then ಹೀಗೊಂದು ಏರ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅವಾಗ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. It will not move. So stable air acts as a, stable air is another reason for inversion. When there is a stable air, normally earth radiation moving out of the atmosphere. So when there is an unstable air, it acts as a barrier for the earth radiation which is moving out of the atmosphere, right? So there is an inversion in the atmosphere. This is all. Got it? This is another reason. These are the different kinds of ground inversion. So what is inversion? With increasing rate, if temperature increases, that is called inversion. And second one, upper air inversion. Upper air inversion ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. Upper air means higher altitude. This one, upper air. Upper air inversion ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. Consider this as a ozone, O3. Ozone absorbs the heat radiations, right? So it is high temperature, and here high temperature. When we move away from the ozone, temperature going to increase or decreases. When we move away, ಇದರಿಂದ ದೂರ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, temperature going to decreases, right? Low temperature comparatively. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ high temperature? Because it is a surface. Ozone layer is a air surface and it absorbs the heat radiation. That's why it becomes hotter comparatively. So the area which is moving away from the area which is away from the ozone layer are colder compared to low temperature. So what is the definition of inversion? With increasing height, if temperature increases, then that is called inversion, and it is not on the ground surface. Ozone is there in the upper air. That is called upper air inversion. Here what happens? Ozone absorb ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ high temperature ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, and the air which is away from the ozone means ಕೆಳಗೆ below are colder comparatively. So the definition of the inversion is when we move a higher altitude, if temperature increases, then that is inversion. That is on the upper air. That's why upper air inversion. That's it. What is that? Then third, frontal inversion. Front means I told you, like air masses. Consider this as the air mass A and this as the air mass B. And air mass A is cold and air mass A is hot. Consider. When it is cold, the air masses are heavier. Cold air are heavier air. And this one, hot air masses are lighter air masses. Where they like collide. Collide. Consider. I told you, cold air masses are heavier and hot air masses are lighter. Like lorry and bike. When lorry and bike collide, which one would jump? Bike would jump because that is lighter. So this is A and this is B. B move over and above the A because that is lighter. Bike, lorry with the bike harder because that is lighter compared to lorry. Here A is lorry, B is bike because this is hot air, this is cold air. So let us collide it, dry or hot air settle at the top level, and cold air settle at the below, right? When they collide each other. So what is the definition of the inversion? With increasing rate. If temperature increases, that's the inversion, and this is frontal inversion. Same thing. When the hot air and cold air collide each other, air masses are the front. When the hot front and the cold front collide each other, and the hot air masses comes over the cold air masses, and this kind of situation we call it as a frontal inversion, because the definition of inversion is when the increasing rate, if temperature increases, it is called inversion. Same thing happens. The colder air settle at the below and the hotter air move above the colder air because lighter. This is the hotter, this is the colder. This is how. This is the frontal inversion. And another kind of inversion, that is called valley inversion. Take it in valley. That is actually kind of ground inversion. Valley inversion. What happens during valley inversion? Consider there is a moon, like same graph. Consider there is a moon. Moon means cold, low temperature which is near the moon. Here it is high temperature. Low temperature means high pressure. Here it is low pressure. It always move from high pressure to low pressure. Means low temperature means cold air. This cold air mass which moves down and which replaces the hot air here. Normally high temperature means hot air. Hot air is lighter and this cold air is denser. So this cold air comes and which replaces the region which is there in the hot air. And it replaces the hot air and this cold air settles down. This cold air settles down. And hot air replaces it and shift to higher altitude. Hot air shifts above the cold air. So, comparatively high temperature at higher altitude and low temperature at lower altitude. So, this is called inversion, not valley inversion. Normally, there is a mountain, there is a valley, and consider a night. Night means the area which is near the moon are colder, and the area which is away from the moon are comparatively high temperature. And low temperature associated with high pressure, and wind will always move from high pressure to low pressure. Here it is more colder. That's why cold wind. When cold wind comes to valley, cold winds are normally denser than the hot winds, and it replaces the hot wind which is already settled in the normal valley. When it replaces, the cold wind settles at the bottom, and hot winds comes over the cold winds. So with increasing rate, temperature increases. That is called inversion. So this is valley inversion. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಏರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಏರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Break ಬೇಕಾ? Take 5 minutes break. isobars. Something bar means what? Isobar. Pressure. Barometer. The machine which is used to measure the pressure called barometer, and thermometer for measure the temperature. So isotherm means what? Iso means similar, therm means temperature. Isotherm means similar temperature. Take heading is isotherm. Isotherm. See. Consider someone. Means sun. And consider this board as an entire earth. Okay. Entire board as a earth. This is the middle of the earth. 0 degree. Not Celsius. This is latitude. 0 degree latitude. Okay. And this is northern hemisphere. Isotherm per Delma. This is northern hemisphere. This is southern hemisphere. North 90 degree. And here south 90 degree. Okay. 90 degree. 90 degree pole. Southern pole 90 degree, northern pole 90 degree. And there is a land over here. And there is a water over here. Here also there is water. And there is a summer. When there is a summer, land hits quickly or water hits quickly? Land hits quickly. Means if it is 30 degree here what is the 30 degree Celsius? Here what may be the temperature? More than 30 or less than 30? Less than 30. 25 degrees Celsius. Here water, then less than 25 degrees Celsius. See, here, if it is 30 here 35 or here 35. When we move towards pole, temperature going to increase or temperature going to decrease? Polar region, Arctic ಮತ್ತು Antarctic ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಸಿಲು ಇದೆ, ಅದು cold region. Means at the pole there is very cold. Means when you moving towards the pole, means temperature going to decreases. Means here if it is 25 here, 30 here, it is 25 here, right? 25 here. It is 25 here means here 20, right? 20 means 15 means 10. Here 25 means here 20. Here 15. Here 20. Here 15. Here 10. 10. Right or wrong? Have understood? Correct is that one. Otherwise, there will be doubts in there. What is isotherm then? Isotherm ಅಂದ್ರೆ isotherm means what? Similar temperature. Now we have isotherm ಬರೆಯೋಣ. Consider 25 degree as our expectation. 25 degree ಗೆ isotherm ಬರೆಯೋಣ. Isotherm means similar temperature. 25 degree ಅಲ್ವಾ? 25 degree. Then 25 degree straight or 25 ಅಥವಾ north pole side ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. Here. Then here. Then ಇವಾಗ pole side ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ equator side ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು? Equator side. Then here. Right? Here again 20 degree isotherm ಬರೆಯೋಣ. Here. 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 Then 15 degree. Here. 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 Yes or no? Same thing. Here. This is the situation here. And this is the land in the southern hemisphere. and this is water. Okay. This is water. This is land over here. This is water. When summer in the southern hemisphere, winter in the northern hemisphere. Do you agree or not? Or when there is a day in the southern hemisphere, night in the day in the northern hemisphere, night in the southern hemisphere, right or wrong? USA ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಕತ್ತಲೆ, because opposite poles. And summer hemisphere or summer or daytime or sunny in the northern hemisphere means here it is moon, means night or winter ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ moon ಅಥವಾ night ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇದು ಡೇ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, because opposite poles. This is southern hemisphere. When there is a night, land like cold faster than water. When there is a night, in night, land cools up quickly or water. Land means here it is 25. What is here? 30. Here 30. Means when we move away from the equator, means when we move towards the pole, temperature is going to decrease. It's 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Here 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Means 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. See, let us write some isotherms here. Let us write isotherm for 25. Start from here. Then here, then here, then here, then here. Right? For 20, like this, like this, like this, like this. Yes, sir. So, question number. Stop and look at it. In UPSC, question is like, there is a summer in the northern hemisphere, and what happens to isotherm, or how it turns when isotherm moving from water to land in the northern hemisphere. It shifts towards, first option would be, it shift towards equator world. Second option would be it shift towards northern world or pole world. The isotherm is moving from water to land. Pole, that option, right? Aವಾಗ ನೀವು ಈ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. And second question is like, yes, everything is same. Summer, northern hemisphere, and the isotherm is moving from land to water. Then it should shift towards equator side or south side. Equator side or south side. When land to water, water to land, it shifts towards north or pole side. North or pole side. Same thing. When there is a night in the southern hemisphere, or sometimes they may ask like, when there is a summer or daytime in the northern hemisphere, and what happens to isotherm in the southern hemisphere? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ Sunday, day ಅಥವಾ summer ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು we should assume that here it is a winter or here it is a night. Then ಇದನ್ನೇ ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, because that is northern hemisphere. The question is like, when there is a summer in the northern hemisphere and isotherm is moving from land to water in the southern hemisphere, how it shifts? Tell me. When there is a towards equator, land to water. I tell you again. When there is a summer in the northern hemisphere and isotherm in the southern hemisphere, then it is travels from land to water. How it shifts? Towards south. Because here, this one I am asking. Towards south or towards pole world. Everybody understood? Okay, this is how. Then that's the main diagram. First diagram completement. In northern hemisphere during summer, isotherm shift northward or poleward. Isotherm shift northward or poleward. When we draw from, or when they draw from sea to land, isotherm shift to northward or poleward when they draw from sea to land. Yes sir, this 25, this 25, sea to land. Not write blindly. Compare with this one diagram, okay? And this is sea, water, and here it is land. When they drop from sea to land, it shifts towards northward or pole. And when we drop from land to sea, when we continue with the rate, when we drop from land to sea, isotherm shift towards poleward or southward in the northern hemisphere. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಂತದಿಲ್ಲ. primary school. See, 11th and 12th, ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಓದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 11th and 12th ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ 12th ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್, ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ and 12th, high school and PU. Okay, here in the southern side, in southern hemisphere, when we draw isotherm from sea to land, isotherm shift towards equator ward. And when we drop from land to, when we drop from land to sea, and when we drop from land to sea, isotherm shift towards poleward or southward. Poleward or southward. Same concept, but let's change something. Here, instead of summer, northern hemisphere winter, or northern hemisphere moon, or northern hemisphere night, whatever may be the question. This is northern hemisphere, right? Opposite, northern hemisphere. If it is like winter, or if the question is like there is a moon in the northern hemisphere, or if the question like there is a night in the northern hemisphere, everything is same. Okay, what happens to same phenomenon? Isotherm ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. Again there is a land. Here also there is a land. Land, this is sea. Land, sea. When there is a night, or when there is a winter, or when there is a moon, land cools down quickly, or water? Land means here it is 30 degrees. Here it is 30 degrees. Here. How it is different? Look at, there is a night. Night means land cools down quickly. 35 right here. right? Here 35 means ನಾನು ಪಾಂಡ್ ಪಕ್ಕ ನಾವು ನೈಟ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಪಾಂಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ನೀರು ಬಿಸಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ನೆಲ ತಣ್ಣಗಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದರ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್ ಪರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೀಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಹೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಬೇಗ ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ 30 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ನು 35 ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ 30 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ then here it is 25 here it is 25 here only 20 means 25 20 right let's write let us write isotherm for 30 degree 25 to 35 to 30 25 now let's write isotherm for 30 degree here 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 25 same thing when there is a night or moon or winter in the northern hemisphere there is a summer or day or sun in the southern hemisphere yes or no can I say like that yes right means summer or sun or day whatever when there is a summer land heats quickly or water heats quickly when there is a summer land heats quickly or water heats quickly which one heats land heats quickly means if it is 30 here means here it is 25 right here it is 25 here it is 25 this is no means here it is 20 15 25 20 means 20 15 let us write isotherm here 25 25 25 20 20 20 20 20 No. No. That is what? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಬರ್ಸೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲ ಆಗೋಗಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇದರಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ that is not the case this is like this only just apply the idea what is the idea when there is a summer or when there is a heat land heats quickly because solar insolation less when land heats quickly means here is 30 means here 25 this is right now and when we move towards the equator to pole temperature will decreases means 20 here it is 30 means 25 only 20 only 25 means 20 only 15 only temperature will decreases only right and when we write isotherm means here it is 25 here it is 25 means hege agutte same thing just we applied our knowledge here same thing right when this is the case let us write something or I will ask one question when there is a summer in the southern hemisphere look at me when there is a summer in the southern hemisphere what happens to isotherm in the northern hemisphere when it is traveling from sea to land it moves towards see when there is a summer in the southern hemisphere means same concept winter in the northern hemisphere or night in the northern hemisphere when there is a night in the northern hemisphere means here 30 means here 35 means land heat irutte compared to water ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ನೈಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ವಾಟರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೀಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ವಾಟರ್ ನೈಟ್ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ನೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ನೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅವಾಗ ಹಿಯರ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್ ನಾನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಐ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ when there is a summer or day or sun in the southern hemisphere what happens to isotherm in the northern hemisphere when it is moving from land to sea when there is a summer or day in the southern hemisphere isotherm in the northern hemisphere means night and isotherm is moving from land to sea means isotherm this is isotherm this black line is isotherm it is moving from land to sea isotherm shift towards northward or poleward. What is there in that? This is the answer. Isotherm shift towards poleward or isotherm shift towards northward. Right hand. Not sorry. In northern hemisphere, during winter, isotherm shift equatorward. Compare and write, don't write blindly. Isotherm shift equatorward, alva? Equatorward. When we draw from sea to land or sea to land or sea to continent or water to land, whatever. And isotherm shift to poleward or northward when we draw from land to ocean or land to sea or land to water, whatever. Isotherm shift towards poleward or northward when we draw from land to sea. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೀವು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ when they draw from sea to land, it shift towards equatorward or southward. What? Southward, shift equatorward, whatever. ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ ಸೌತ್ ಅಥವಾ ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್, ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪೋಲ್ವರ್ಡ್. Like that, in southern hemisphere, during summer, in the northern hemisphere if it is winter means southern hemisphere it is summer only or daytime, whatever. During summer, the isotherm shift towards poleward or southward, when we draw from sea to land. Our isotherm shift towards equatorward or northward when we draw from, see, don't confuse here, like sometimes you can say north is also pole, so poleward I know this poleward and south pole bandidade because this pole is very near to here, so don't write poleward for this is equator side or north side, not pole side means here, okay alva. ನಾವು ಈ ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್ ಇಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೋಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್ ಇಂದ ಕೆಳಗಿದ್ದ ನಾವು ಪೋಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಪೋಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಪೋಲ್ ಆರ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆರ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, when we draw from land to sea, this is what isotherm. ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಟೇಕ್ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್ ಐಸ್ ಅನಾಲಮಸ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ಐಸ್ ಅನಾಲಮಸ್ temperature. If the temperature of a given place increases or decreases locally, if the temperature of a given place increases or decreases locally, so this is local concept. Particularly, if the temperature of a given place increases or decreases, if a temperature of a given place increases or decreases locally, then such deviation is known as isonalymous temperature. Then such deviation is known as isonalymous temperature. If the observed temperature, means the mean temperature, if the observed temperature is more than isotherm, then that is called positive anomaly. Is more than the isotherm temperature, means surrounding isotherm. Now it's not is more than isotherm temperature, then that is called positive anomaly. And if the existing temperature or new temperature is lesser than isotherm temperature, then that is called negative anomaly. Isonalymous means shift alva, change agide alva. So positive change agide anta ಜಾಸ್ತಿ agide, negative change agide anta ಕಮ್ಮಿ agide. Anomaly. See, isotherm ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Like if there is a broad kind of situation, geologists ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟರ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಜಿಯಾಲಜಿಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಐಸೋನಮಸ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಐಸೋಥರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಐಸೋಥರ್ಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಜಿಯಾಲಜಿಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಐಸೋನಮಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಐಸೋಥರ್ಮ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಯುವರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್. ಡ್ರಾಟ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಎಂಟರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಡ್ರಾಟ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಎರಡು ಮೂರು ತಾಲೂಕಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಐಸೋಥರ್ಮ್ ಹೀಟ್ ವೇವ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, 40 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಹೀಟ್ ವೇವ್. ಸೊ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ 40 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಐಸೋಥರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಐಸೋಥರ್ಮ್ ಏನಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಾ? ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಈ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ 40 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಐಸೋಥರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ತರ 40 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಏನೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಓದ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, seasons ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? rotation and revolution of earth. What is rotation of earth? This is rotation. earth ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, this is rotation. revolution ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಈ ಸನ್ ಸುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, this is revolution. and ಇದು ನಾನು ಹೀಗೆ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಹೀಗೆ ಸುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇದು ಹೀಗೆ ಅದು ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಸುತ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ? ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ರಿವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಬೇಕು? ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 1 ಇಯರ್ ಬೇಕು, 365 ಡೇಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆಗೋಕೆ means 1 day. One revolution means 1 day. Means ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ರಿವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 365 ಸತಿ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? means 365 days and nights ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ರಿವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್, ಈಗ 365 ಸಕ್ಕ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ. ಸೊ ಟೇಕ್ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್ rotation and revolution. Day and nights are because of rotation. Yes sir. Day and nights. ಹಗಲು ಮತ್ತೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಆಗೋದು rotation of the earth. Day and nights are because of rotation of earth. Seasons, ಮಳೆಗಾಲ, ಚಳಿಗಾಲ. Seasons. If the question is like, what is the reason for the revolution? What is the reason for the seasons? First option, revolution of the earth. Second option, rotation of the earth. Third option, revolution in tilted axis of the earth. Fourth option, ಇಲ್ಲ. അങ്ങനെ നോക്കിയോ revolution in a tilted axis of the earth. That is the reason for the seasons, not just revolution. Revolution not include a reason. I mean season ಬರ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Tilted. What is tilted? ಓರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ? Look at it. I mean Earth. This is not Earth's northern pole. This is Earth's northern pole, and this is Earth's southern pole. It is tilted. Like ಹೀಗೆ ಓರೆ. So ಈ revolution in a tilted axis. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Revolution in a tilted axis that causes seasons. Revolution in a tilted axis that causes seasons. ಹೇಗೆ? ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ. Yes, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಮಾರು ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಯರಿ. ಬಿಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಥಿಯರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂಥರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥಿಯರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಈ ಸೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಡೇ ನೈಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಟಿಲ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಅದರ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸನ್. ಸೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ sun. Earth. Earth. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈಜ್. Earth ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. This is the earth. This is sun. Yeah, see. ಒಂದೇ ದೂರ ಒಂದೇ ಹತ್ರ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಸಣ್ಣ ಹತ್ರ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಸಣ್ಣ ದೂರ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೇಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕಂಪೇರ್ distance of this and this. Consider this as a A, this is a B. Which is length here? B. A is shorter. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೀಗೆ? ಹೀಗೆನಾ? ಸಣ್ಣ ತಿರುಗುವಾಗ ಅಮೀನ ಹೀಗಲ್ವಾ? ಭೂಮಿ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಸುತ್ತ ತಿರುಗುವಾಗ when earth revolves around the sun, sometimes it comes near to the sun, sometimes it go far away from the sun. Yes or no? ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? That's why we call it as a revolution in an elliptical manner, not in a circular manner. Elliptical. What is it? Circle means this. ಇದಲ್ಲ. Like this is circle somewhat. Actually, this is also not circle. Like this is elliptical. Like ಮೊಟ್ಟೆ ತರ ಇದೆ elliptical. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಮೊಟ್ಟೆನ ಕೆಲಸ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ತರ ಇದೆ elliptical ಅಲ್ವಾ? So elliptical ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಹೀಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಹತ್ರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ದೂರ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೀಗೆ and this distance is called perihelion. Perihelion. Then another distance is called apophelion or aphelion. Aphelion. Peri means near or something. Periphery, near. That's why when the earth is near to the sun we call it as a perihelion. When the earth is away from the sun we call it as a aphelion. You know this same thing. When we compare earth and the moon, when the moon is near to the sun we call it as a perigee. When the moon is away from the sun we call it as a apogee. Something perigee, apogee. That is the perihelion and aphelion. These are the two terms. Ivaga, is this northern pole of the earth? Is this northern pole of the earth? No. Each other. This is northern pole. This is southern pole. Right? Alva? Okay. This is northern pole. This is southern pole. Yes or no? This is north. This is south. This is north. This is south. ಕೆಲವು ಸರ್ತಿ UPSC aspirants ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಓದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮರ್ತೋಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಿಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿರೋದು? ನಾರ್ದನ್ ಹೆಮಿಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಇರೋದಾ ಸದರ್ನ್ ಹೆಮಿಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಇರೋದಾ? ವಾವ್, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ನಾರ್ದನ್ ಹೆಮಿಸ್ಫಿಯರ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗಿಂತ ಮೇಲೆ, 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಲ್ಯಾಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ಗಿಂತ ಮೇಲೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇರಲಿ, ನಾರ್ತ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್, ನಾರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಅಂಡ್ ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೈಡ್ ಲೋ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ದರ್ನ್ ಹೆಮಿಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಆಫ್ರಿಕಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಮಿಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನಾರ್ದರ್ನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಸದರ್ನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಸದರ್ನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸಮವಾಟ್ ಒಂದು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ. ಹಾಗೇನ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಬಿಡಿ ಗ್ಲೇಷಿಯರ್ಸ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಸಾರಿ ಅಂಟಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಗ್ಲೇಷಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮಡಗಾಸ್ಕರ್ ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೌತ್ ಆಫ್ರಿಕನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ, ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ನಾರ್ದರ್ನ್ ಹೆಮಿಸ್ಫಿಯರ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮನುಷ್ಯರೆಲ್ಲ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ದರ್ನ್ ಹೆಮಿಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಯವರು ನಾರ್ದರ್ನ್ ಹೆಮಿಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಇವಾಗ sun rays directly falls on equator, that is called equinox. When sun rays directly falls on the equator, that is called equinox. March 21st ಗೆ equinox ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Means what? Equator ಮೇಲೆ, equator ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? This is equator ಅಲ್ವಾ? This is equator. Middle ಅಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ, 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? See here, this is equator. Here, this is equator. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ direct ಆಗಿ sun rays ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. So this is March 21st ಅಲ್ವಾ? Sun rays directly falls on the equator. And in India, like sun rays are in the northern hemisphere, sun rays are directly falls in the Tropic of Cancer on June 21st. Tropic of Cancer ಎಲ್ಲಿರೋದು? ಎರಡಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ, Tropic of Cancer ಮತ್ತೆ Tropic of Capricorn ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. 23.5 north, 23.5 north ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, 23.5 north. This is Tropic of Cancer. Okay, and 23 degree, 23.5, 23.5 degree south is Tropic of Capricorn. North side 23.5 Tropic of Cancer, south side 23.5 Tropic of Capricorn. See, ಇದು ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು. This is also Earth. ಇಲ್ಲಿ Tropic of Capricorn, ಇಲ್ಲಿ Tropic of Cancer, ಇಲ್ಲ Tropic of Cancer ಬೇರೆ, Tropic of Capricorn ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ, there is some stuff here. See, sun rays directly falls on Tropic of Cancer. ಯಾವಾಗ? When sun rays directly falls on Tropic of Cancer? ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, June 21st. June 21st. June 21st. Sun rays directly falls on the Tropic of Cancer. March 21st, June 21st ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? March 21st to June 21st ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 3 months ಅಲ್ವಾ? April, May, June. Then July, August, September. September 22nd ಅಗೇನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅರ್ತ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಅಗೇನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ equator ಮೇಲೆ again sun rises direct sun rises from equator. So this is September 22nd. This is also equinox. Equinox means what? Equinox means what? September 22nd to October, November, December, again 3 months. December 22nd, sun rises directly falls on Tropic of Capricorn. This is, December 22nd. Sun rises directly falls on Tropic of Capricorn. Sun rays directly fall. Means ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಇದು ನಂತರ ಇದೆ ಈಕ್ವಿನಾಕ್ಸ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸನ್ರೈಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಈಕ್ವಿನಾಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ರಿಕಾರ್ನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಭೂಮಿ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ರಿಕಾರ್ನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸನ್ ಕಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ರಿಕಾರ್ನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸನ್ ಕಡೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ರಿಕಾರ್ನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ 23.5 south. Moon is south side face agilva. If something like Cancer, Moon is north side face agilva. What is north side? 23.5 Tropic of Cancer. Alva. इस पर नहीं मजा है. और in northern hemisphere now normally ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನ ಬರೋದು northern hemisphere ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇರೋದು northern hemisphere ಅಲ್ಲಿ so ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ northern hemisphere ಅಲ್ಲಿ human population existed and established in the northern hemisphere. The reason here is northern hemisphere experiences mild summer as well as mild winter. Southern hemisphere of the earth experiences extreme summer and extreme winter. Hold up. The northern hemisphere of the earth experiences mild summer as well as mild winter, and every population of the earth is not every majority of the population of the earth is concentrated on northern hemisphere, and northern hemisphere experiences mild summer and mild winter. Mild summer, mild winter, there is no extremity with respect to climate. Mild summer, same concept applies there. Here, when the sun rays are directly falling in the Tropic of Cancer, means summer in the northern hemisphere. Because Tropic of Cancer means north, 23.5. Summer, June 21st, summer in the northern hemisphere, right? And when there is a summer in the northern hemisphere, the earth is far away from the sun. When there is a summer in the northern hemisphere, earth is far away from the sun, right? ದೂರ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅರ್ತ್ ಇಸ್ ದೂರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೈಜ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದೂರ ಇದೆ the earth is far away from the sun. When the earth is far away from the sun, then we experiences summer. We directly face this sun rays are directly falling on the Tropic of Cancer, right? Alpha. Then here it is north side, here it is. That means what? ಇಲ್ಲಿ mild summer. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಈಗಿರುವಾಗ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಹಾರ್ಶ್ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಹೆವಿ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ವಿಂಟರ್ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ವಾ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ನಾರ್ದರ್ನ್ ಹೆಮಿಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವೆನ್ ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ 22nd every northern population northern means north Indian northern means northern hemisphere means every population means majority of the population experiences winter during December 22nd means when there is a perihelion means when there is earth is near to sun we experiences winter. When earth is near to sun then also there is winter because we are facing away from the sun. That's why the winter is not severe. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೀವಿ ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ. That's why the winter is very severe. I mean the winter is very mild, not severe. Assume ಇದು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅರ್ತಿಂದ ಸನ್ನಿಂದ ದೂರ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ವಿಂಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಂಟರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅವಾಗ ವಿಂಟರ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸನ್ ರೇಸಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅವೇ. ವಿಂಟರ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸುಟ್ಟೋಗ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಲೈಕ್ ಆಫ್ರಿಕನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸೀದಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ನೇಚರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. That's why ಕವಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೇಚರ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್. This is the reason. When we move away from the sun, when we feel aphelion, means moving away from the sun, we experience summer. Summer ಇದೆ, then also that is not extreme. That is a mild summer because we are away from the sun. Because we are the northerns. Entire continent is in the northern side of the earth. That's why we experience the summer. Then also the summer is mild, not extreme summer, because we are away from the sun. When we are near to sun, we will not experience the summer. ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಈಗ ನೀವು ಸೂರ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನೀವು ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. When we are near to sun, we experience winter because we face away from the sun. ನಾವು opposite direction ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಈಚೆ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, because ನಾರ್ತ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಈಚೆ ಫೇಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಕಡೆ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಕಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಅವೇ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಅವೇ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಫುಲ್ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರೋಸನ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅವೇ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಸನ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೇಚರ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ನೇಚರ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. Which country? What is that? What is that? I didn't get it. That country is?
It does not have summer.
It does not have summer itself. Maybe that is the exception. See, and see there, the southern Indian, I mean, in the southern continent also there are some countries like Australia is there. What happens to Australia? You know this? In Australia, summer means near to sun. Australia southern hemisphere. You are ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಸೌತ್ ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಹೀಗೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ. ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ ಸೂರ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ 22 ಎವ್ರಿ ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯನ್ ಬುಷ್ ಫೈರ್. ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯನ್ ಬುಷ್ ಫೈರ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫೈರ್ ಅಂತ ಬುಷ್ ಫೈರ್. ಬುಷ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಕಾಂಕರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ. ಬುಷ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗಿಡಗಳು, ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮರ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬುಷಿಗೆ ಫೈರ್ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೆವಿ ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್, ಹೆವಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಸಮ್ಮರ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ Australia experiences bushfire every year because that is in the southern hemisphere. Australia experiences bushfire in the southern hemisphere, bushfire in the summer because of its geography. It is there in the southern hemisphere. Same thing in winter. Every year it experiences flood, or every year it experiences complete frozen, not flood, complete frozen, complete freezer. ಯಾವಾಗ winter both extreme temperature. Southern hemisphere continent experiences extreme temperature, northern hemisphere continent experiences mild temperature because northern hemisphere continent faces summer when they are away from the sun and faces winter they are near to sun. Faces winter when they are near to sun. Faces winter when they are near to sun. That's why the winter is mild. Here faces summer when there is away from the sun. That's why the summer is also mild. That's why Australia bushfire. If there is Australia bushfire ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. That's geography. That is there in southern hemisphere. Because of that, it experiences extreme, both extreme climate. Summer is also extreme, winter is also extreme. Because of the extreme summer, fire catches to the bushes. That's why the bushfire. It does happen to me. Geography. down. What is the hottest month? June 21st. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸನ್ರೈಸ್ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ 12 ಗಂಟೆ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್ ಬಿದ್ದು 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಮತ್ತೆ 2 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 2 to 4 ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಜೂನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್ ಬಿದ್ದು ಜುಲೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ಓಕೆ, hottest month in the year means July. If the question is like what is the hottest month? July. What is the coolest month? January. December it cools, January again. See, this is northern hemisphere, right? This is southern hemisphere. Here, northern hemisphere experiences summer, alva? And summer is severe or mild here. This structure not right there. And this is northern hemisphere, right? Northern hemisphere summer is severe or mild. Severe is mild in the summer. Mild because it is away from the sun. Illi winter alva? Winter mild is severe. Mild alla, severe winter. Yake severe winter? Away from the here. It is summer, I mean south, it is north, and here they here. And north side experiencing summer alva? Mild or severe? I mean north side experiencing winter alva? Mild winter or severe winter? Mild winter because we are very near to sun. Illinda maybe already ನಾವು ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರಬಹುದು, ಬಟ್ ಸನ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸೌತ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಸೌತ್ ಸೈಡ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಸಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಈಗ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಸೈಡ್ ವಿಂಟರ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಸಮೇತ ತುಂಬಾ ಹಾರ್ಶ್ ವಿಂಟರ್ ಏನಿರಲ್ಲ, ಮೈಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಂಟರ್. Here it is summer, right, south side, because it is facing towards sun and it is very near also. That's why here summer is very severe, not mild. Alva? Is the thing. Yes, sir. Glacier melt ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Actually, this is one of the reason why glaciers ಅವಾಗ ಅಂಟಾರ್ಟಿಕಾ ಮತ್ತು ಇವಾಗ ಅಂಟಾರ್ಟಿಕಾ ತುಂಬಾ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. And another reason ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಇದು ಅಗೇನ್ ಈ ಇಯರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಗೇನ್ ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಫುಲ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಏನೋ ನೀವು ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಟಾರ್ಟಿಕಾ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಫ್ರೀ ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ನೆಲ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮಂಜೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ನೆಲ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಗೇನ್ ವಿಂಟರ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸೀವಿಯರ್ ವಿಂಟರ್. ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಪೋಲ್ಸ್, ಐ ಮೀನ್ southern pole, not both the poles, south poles experiences two extreme kind of temperature, severe summer, severe winter. So ತುಂಬಾ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ನಾರ್ತ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಿಂಟರ್ ಗೆ ಅಂತ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಏನಿರಲ್ಲ. ಸೌತ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, severe, both are severe. So Antarctica experiences glacier melts during the summer because it is very near to the sun, and again frozen during summer, I mean frozen during winter because it is very away from the sun, because winter is very severe in southern hemisphere. So idra around questions ತುಂಬಾ ತರ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ you can apply this concept to that question and you can apply that question. This is the basic concept. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರ ಸುತ್ತ ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Continue ಮಾಡೋಣ. Take heading humidity and precipitation. ಮಳೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೋಡಗಳ ಹೆಸರೇನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಮೋಡಗಳ ಹೆಸರೆಲ್ಲ? Clouds name, do you know clouds name? What are the different kinds of clouds? Name it. Yes, say whatever you know. Name it. What are the different kinds of clouds? Name one or two clouds like stratus, cirrus, nimbus, nimbus. Killa. Take heading is humidity and precipitation. What is precipitation? Precipitation. Precipitation nothing but rain alva. ಅಂತದೇನಿಲ್ಲ. See, ಮಳೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
When water is heated and
Ah.
above
Vapor came out. And vapor, along with water vapor, it also carries particulate matters. And particulate matters in these water vapors condenses when there is a low pressure, it moves above and it will condense and condenses, and because of normal lapsing rate, because what is normal is 6.5 degree per kilometer, because of normal lapsing rate decreases its temperature and it start to condenses and it will increases its weight. When everything particle matter condenses, it increases its weight and it not able to further move above because of its weight. When it not able to further take up, then this come below in the form of water. When it comes below, reaches in the form of water, it is called a rain. When it reaches in the form of ice crystal, there is called hailstorms. This is what. This is what because of purport. Acid rains like a water vapor, the normal water vapor होते some chemicals went and that chemicals comes with water, that is called acid rain. Okay, nitrous, sulfur chemicals, these are see, whenever air carrying moisture and particulate matter, air carrying moisture and particulate matter rise, they cool down at normal lapsing rate. They cool down at normal lapsing rate, means minus 6.5 degree Celsius per kilometer. The condensed water of ice crystals. Collide against each other. As the cloud rises further, the particles increases in size. To an extent where air cannot carry it further, they came down as a rainfall. Or snowfall. Came down as a rainfall or snowfall on the basis of temperature. If the temperature is too cold, that feels as a snowfall. On the basis of temperature. People stop. Clouds can be classified on the basis of shape and color. Clouds, ಮೋಡಗಳನ್ನ shape ಮತ್ತೆ color ಮೇಲೆ classify ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. You can classify the clouds on the basis of shape and color. Shape ಮತ್ತೆ color ಮೇಲೆ clouds ಗಳನ್ನ classify ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನೋಡೋಣ different kinds of clouds ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. Clouds means ಮೋಡಗಳು. Take first one, stratus. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರ ಹೆಸರು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಸ್ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ಸ್. ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೀಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ವೈಟ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ. ಎವಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಟರ್ ನೀವು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರೆದಿದ್ರೆ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅದರದ್ದೇನು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ horizontal cloud. This is stratus. Second one, cumulus. Cumulus. This is vertical flow. Cumulus. ಇದು even characteristics ಇದೆ cumulus ಗೆ. It's like a cotton ball shape, thick ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It's like ಸಖತ್ ವೈಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, thick ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay. Cotton ball shape ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. This is cumulus. Third one, cirrus. ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವುದು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಣೋದಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಯುಮುಲಸ್. ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಸ್. ಓಕೆ, cirrus means it's like a silky hair ತರ, silk ತರ, somewhat like this hair, and it is a high altitude cloud. ಕೆಳಗಿರೋದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ. Actually, sometimes not in a troposphere, sometimes in a stratosphere. ನೀವು ಲೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. This one, stratosphere ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ, not in a troposphere. ಈ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹೇರ್ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, just like a silky hair, white, ಸಕ್ಕತ್ white ಇರುತ್ತೆ, like just see cirrus and nimbus. Last one. Just ಹಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ನಾನು ತುಂಬ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದೆರಡು ಮೂರು ಬರೀತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಫಿನಿಶ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಸ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹಾಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ಲೈಕ್ I told you cloudless sky are the reason for inversion. Cloudless sky are not the reason for inversion. Okay, that means what? Clouds will reflect. Means cloud acts as a surface for albedo. But this is the only cloud. This will not reflect anything because the surface itself is very less. So this cloud ಇರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲದ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, because it will not affect on the albedo at all. Then it will not act as albedo, or when it will not affect on the reflection means something, some criteria which affects in some phenomena like heating, some phenomena like temperature, some phenomena like inversion, some phenomena like convection. These are all have nothing to do with this cloud. ಏನು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕನ್ವೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಇನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಇದ್ರು ಒಂದೇ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರು ಒಂದೇ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇದು ಅಲ್ಬಿಡೋನೇ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಬಿಡೋ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಬಿಡೋ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸರ್ಫೇಸಸ್, ರೈಟ್? Here it is surface, here it is surface, here it is surface. ಇಷ್ಟೇ. So there is no reflection, there is no albedo at all. That's all. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಲಿ ಅಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ತಪ್ಪಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಇಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ನೋಡಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನಿಂಬಸ್, ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್. ಅಗೇನ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಿಷಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. Nimbus is like a cotton ball ತರನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, but it is dark in color. Nimbus are like dark in color. It is a vertical cloud, first of all. That is cumulonimbus. I come to that. It's like a normally circle color. Then it is very dark in color. Nimbus means dark color, dark cloud. Nimbus means white ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಮಳೆಗಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ, ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. I mean, you know this. I remember India experiences rainfall during summer, and there is no rainy season in geographer's map. Geographer atlas ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಮಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮಗೆ 3 ಸೀಸನ್ಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಮಳೆಗಾಲ, ಚಳಿಗಾಲ, ಬೇಸಿಗೆಗಾಲ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವಿಂಟರ್ ಸೀಸನ್, ರೈನಿ ಸೀಸನ್, ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ there are only 2 seasons. One is winter, another one is summer. ನೋಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ವಿಂಟರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ಮರ್. in between rainy season ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಿಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. In geography, there is no rainy season. Actually, India experiences rainfall in summer. June 21st summer for India because rainfall, sun rays directly fall on Tropic of Cancer on June 21st. And June alli nಮಗೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ವಾ? So India experiences rainfall in summer. India experiences rainfall in summer. It accept ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ, but that is true according to June. This is nimbus. Nimbus means dark color cloud. Okay. ಇವಾಗ hybrid ನೋಡೋಣ. There are different kinds of hybrid means on the basis of altitude. Again, ಕೆಲವದೆಲ್ಲ lower altitude, cirrus ಎಲ್ಲ higher altitude. ಹಾಗೆ first one, right? Low altitude clouds. ಕೆಳಗೆ. What is altitude? Don't write altitude. Altitude. Altitude means altimeter means height condition. Altimeter, like altitude means height. Lower altitude clouds means what? Lower altitude clouds means the clouds on which there is the lower altitudes, like 0 to 2 kilometers from the earth. Earth 0 to 2 kilometers तक यावल clouds इरते, those are lower altitude clouds. Okay, 0 to 2 kilometers. First one is stratus. Stratus. This one. This is there. Stratus. First one is stratus. What hybrid? Like hybrid ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ like some of the clouds is like ಹೀಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ but ಕಾಟನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ but horizontal ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ stratocumulus ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ. I come to that. Don't worry. Don't write designated. Also the hybrid ಅಂತ ಹೊಸದಿದೆ. There is no hybrid kind of clouds. ಅದೆರಡು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು hybrid. Cumulonimbus ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Cumulus plus nimbus. Low altitude clouds, first one, second. Another is stratus and cumulus, second one. Third one, stratocumulus means ಇದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗಾದ್ರೂ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ stratocumulus. Third one, stratocumulus means stratus plus cumulus. Fourth one, nimbostratus. This one plus this one, nimbostratus. Dark ಇರಬೇಕು, horizontal ಇರಬೇಕು. When it is horizontal as well as dark, then that is called nimbostratus. Stratocumulus means it is a cotton ball shape as well as horizontal. Then there is nimbostratus. Stratocumulus. So stratus, cumulus, stratocumulus, and stratonimbus are the low altitude clouds. Second. Medium altitude clouds means 2 to 6 kilometers. Medium altitude clouds 2 to 6 kilometers. See, that is alto, stratus, alto, cumulus. What is alto? You know alto car? Maruti Alto. Suzuki Alto. Alto is something smaller. So alto stratus means small stratus cloud. Alto cumulus means small cumulus cloud. That is the medium altitude clouds means 2 to 6 kilometers. You get to see these kind of clouds. Means small cumulus clouds, small stratus clouds. These are not together. You get to see. Okay, this is the alto stratus, alto cumulus. ALTO, alto. Alto stratus, alto cumulus. Next, high altitude clouds. Third one, high altitude clouds means more than 6 kilometers. The cloud which will placed in more than 6 kilometers. The cloud which will be placed in more than 6 kilometers are called high altitude clouds. First one, cirrus. That is silky hair. Cirrus. Again, cirrostratus, cirrocumulus. If it is silky, something horizontal. Like if it is silky, something vertical. This is cirrostratus, this is cirrocumulus. Cirrostratus, cirrocumulus. These are the cirrostratus, cirrocumulus are the high altitude clouds. And take fourth one. This is very important and very with respect to your exams also, because of your exams also this is important, and in nature also this is very important because of cloud bursts and all happens in this cloud. This is called cumulonimbus cloud or vertically developed cloud. Cumulonimbus cloud. See, ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು mix ಆಗಿದೆ. This mixture is very dangerous. Cumulonimbus. Cumulonimbus. See, cumulus is also heavy cloud and nimbus is also heavy cloud. Both are vertically developed cloud only. And nimbus is dark cloud and cumulus is dense cloud. And the dark and the dense cloud, the carton shaped cumulus cloud, as well as the dark nimbus clouds, when they merge together, they will form a vertical kind of cloud. Sometimes 0 to 7 kilometers, single cloud. 7 kilometers single cloud, sometimes. Okay, let's take a look at cumulonimbus cloud ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗಿ ಇದು very important cloud. ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. Very important. See, here it is. Consider this is Earth and this is the village. One village is there. Here. 5 kilometers is there. And this is 4 kilometers base is there. And 10 kilometers cloud is there. 10 or 7 kilometers, whatever. Means cloud is there. Here ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. There is a sudden burst ಆಗುತ್ತೆ cloud. Means this is the flood ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈ village. Because of this cumulonimbus cloud. Dark cloud. So under ಹಾಗೆ. And you know this, in thunderstorm, lightning, you'll get to see only this kind of clouds. ಈ ಗುಡುಗು, ಸಿಡಿಲು, even hailstorms, ಗಾಳಿಗಳು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, when water particle condenses here, it will become, solid kind of stuff. ಇಲ್ಲಿ solid ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ outer atmosphere is away from the cloud, because here also cloud, here also cloud. The area is very huge, means extreme cold here. Within cloud, in between the cloud, means the center of the cloud is extreme cold. When there is extreme cloud, means the water acts as a condenses to form the solid, right? When there is extreme cold, water condenses to form the solid. Crystals are there. Crystals. ನಾನು ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಈಗ sometimes ಇದು ನಿಯರ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಬಿಡೋದು, that is called near stone. Sometimes this is away from the earth ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, that is called rainfall, heavy rainfall. Cloud burst ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ because of cumulonimbus cloud. Cloud burst. And these ice crystals, sometimes they collide each other. When they collide each other, spark happens, that is called lightning. And the sound is called thunderstorm. Gudugu, minchu. They collide each other, these crystals. And only cumulonimbus clouds gives thunderstorms and lightning. Okay. ಗುಡುಗು ಸಹಿತ ಮಳೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯುಮುಲೋನಿಂಬಸ್ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ, ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಬಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಒಂದೇ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದೇ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ. ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ ಹೀಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಚಿಕ್ಕ 2 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಚೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಮಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಯಾಕೆ ಮಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ, ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಳೆನೇ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಮಳೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕ್ಯುಮುಲೋನಿಂಬಸ್ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಈಚೆ ಇರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಬಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. This is the act of cumulus. If it is stratospheric cloud, that is horizontal. ಅದರಿಂದ stratospheric cloud ಇಂದ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 20 kilometers or 30 kilometers ತನಕ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. If it is cumulonimbus means yes, horizontally it is very high, like 7 kilometers to 10 kilometers horizontally, but vertically very short, like 1 kilometer. That's why a single kilometer experiences huge rainfall, because the cloud itself is very huge, but the base of the cloud is very short. So 1 kilometer of the area, this area experiences huge rainfall. That's why we call it as a cloud burst. associated with thunderstorms, lightning and hailstorms and cloudburst. They are associated with thunderstorms. THUNDER, thunder, storms. STORMS. Thunder, storms. Come on, lightning. LHSTM, and hailstorms. HAIL. STOHAIL. STORMS. And cloudburst. Cloudburst. BURST. Burst. A violent upward movement. Cumulonimbus clouds. Violent upward movement. Cumulonimbus clouds leads to water particle and ice crystal. Water particle and ice crystals colliding, which produces thunderstorms. During this, if the charged particles in the cloud, interacted with each other or interacts with each other, we observe lightning. Interacts with each other, we observe lightning. Next, if a specific area receives more rainfall in less time, from cumulonimbus clouds. Less area, more rainfall. More rainfall in a less time from cumulonimbus clouds. Specific area receives more rainfall in a less time from cumulonimbus clouds. Then we observe cloud burst. See, hold the pen like this here. Don't hold here. If you hold here, your handwriting will be slower. Feels like you ಎಲ್ಲರ ಕೈ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಪೆನ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ fingers ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. If you hold here, the fingers will not move like this. So, for speed handwriting, hold here. Cloud burst. Next one. Within cumulonimbus cloud, which is extended from 1 to 7 kilometer, we observe ice crystals above, water vapor and water below. Ice crystals above, water vapor and water below. Ice crystals move down due to gravity. And during this, they act as a particulate matter. Particulate matter around which water vapor and water condenses, and ice crystals increases in size. These ice crystals if they reach ground, in solid state, in solid state. Then we call it a hailstorm. Then we call it as a hailstorm. Hailstorm. That's a what? Stuff. And there are different kinds of rainfall. Something like because of low pressure, the air will rise. Because of that, rain appears like this one. Another kind of rainfall is called orography. Ora means mountain. Because of mountain, cloud moves over. Then there is a rainfall. There is over. These are there. Let's discuss tomorrow. And tomorrow, if possible, bring atlas. I need atlas for tomorrow class because there is a concept called ocean currents. For ocean currents, to understand, there was some continent as well as the currents within the ocean. That is what mentioned in the atlas. You need that. While I am doing the class, if the atlas is there in your hand, means connection is good. Otherwise, there is no connection. And some imagination ಅದನ್ನು imagine ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. So, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ atlas ಇದೆ. You can connect more. Okay? So, you bring atlas tomorrow and there is a class starts from 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay? The same song. Let us meet tomorrow morning. Thank you so much. Oh, attendance, sorry.